Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 13 Dragonblade, aka Itachi 13. I'm coming at you with AI Agent Fairy deck profile. So, let's get started. We've got 3 Master Hyperion, the boss monster for fairies. You use it, you remove an agent from the hand, field, or graveyard, and you basically have a dad-like effect. He banishes a fairy, blow up a card on the field. It's amazing, 27 beater. And of course, it's a target for Krista. Speaking of, we have 2 Kristas. A lot of people only run one of it, but I think 2 Kristas is just fine because it's the anti-meta card, very easy to summon, and its summoning condition isn't really that hard as long as you can manipulate the graveyard, and even so, I run Valhalla, so I can easily bring out Krista anyway. Now I come to the agent part. 2 Agent Earths, it's the Stratos for agents. Goes and when it's normal summoned, you get an agent from your deck to your hand, and if you run Sanctuary in the Sky, then you get to get Master Hyperion to your hand, so great card. 1 Jupiter for graveyard control. It basically you banish an agent from the graveyard, and you boost any fairy on the field by 800 points, so it instantly makes itself a beater, and any other fairy a beater at that particular moment. And then, of course, the staple for fairies. 3 Venus. I have 2 super rares and a common. I need to get the last one super rare. If anybody has a super rare Venus for trade, PM me, please. Venus is just amazing. It gets you your shine balls. It makes you gachi play. It becomes a 2K beater under gachi, so it's amazing. And of course, we all know Dark Mist, but Dark Mist is just a pet card for it. 3 shine balls. That's for Venus and for gachi. Use it just for overlaying and synchroing. So the Veilers you play these. This is just better than Veiler, and it helps let your graveyard control Herald of Orange Lights, 2 of them. It negates and destroys a monster effect that would activate, so it's pretty amazing to deal with instead of having the Veilers. Having this and the Veilers are actually not a bad idea, but I preferably like to set up my graveyard. Same thing behind Honest. Honest is in every in every light variant. Pretty much in any light variant, Lightsworn, Twilight, stuff like that. I don't really need to go over that card. 1 tech card, we have a Victoria. Victoria, just because there's a lot of dragons running around, and because you can use it with Herald of Orange Light. It's an 18 beater like Jupiter. It's not really a bad idea, and it's also a fairy. The dark variant of the deck. Since I don't play Book of Moon, because this deck is very monster heavy, I put Tsukuyomi in here. Tsukuyomi is basically Book of Moon. The only difference is that it's in monster form, and you just can keep returning it. So in my opinion, it's much better than Book of Moon anyway. 2 tour guides. I don't really need to explain her. Tour guide's amazing. People use tour guide for Sangan. Then they overlay. Sometimes they'll just leave the Sangan out and just wait for somebody to run over it or wait for their torrential to happen. I basically just have tour guide because, well, tour guide is staple at this point. Everybody probably has one. Night Assailant and Sangan, the other 2 themes targets for tour guide. He's good. You can use it with tour guide, and the same reason behind Sangan. Sangan's amazing. I don't really need to go over those. Preferably because Sangan's just the best search card in the game. Okay, spells. Reborn. Double Duality. And Heavy Storm. Dark Hole. There we go. They're just all staples. You need to have at least 2 dualities of this deck. You need to have some deck consistency. 2 MSTs. MST is just amazing. It's the basic back row popper. I don't really have to go into it. Same thing behind Forbidden Lance. You use it chained to anything during the battle step, during the you use it when the torrential happens, and then you laugh at your opponents like, haha, my monsters are okay. Staple Mind Control, and then 2 Valhallas, which is a lot of people don't know why I run Valhalla. Valhalla just is another way to bring out Hyperion or Krista early game without having to worry about their summoning conditions. Like, let's say if you don't have an agent and you have Valhalla and you have Krista and Hyperion in your hand, why not play that? And traps, very basic. 2 Solemn Warnings, and a Judgment, Solemn Brigade, God Says No, all that good stuff. Air Force for monster removal. Same reason behind the Torrentials. Torrential's pretty good for this deck, because if you have Gachi Gachi in play or Zenmaines in play, you're just plussing. Then for the extra deck, we're going for rank 2s first. Dark Mist and Gachi Gachi. Gachi Gachi is staple for every fairy deck. You have to have Gachi Gachi, because that's basically a first turn play. And this is usually, when I feel that I can make Dark Mist, it depends. I've used it to get over a first turn BLS. I've used it to get over a bunch of monsters. It just stays there. Until, of course, they blow it up. But, yeah, Dark Mist is really annoying to get over. He keeps the attack, which is actually really good. Tulevir, the Sea Dragon. It's pretty much the staple on rank 3 Exceed. It's amazing. Brings back banished monsters, even theirs, and you can use it for exceeding and synchroing. Still in the rank 3 zone, we have Zenmaines, and we have Temtempo. Zenmaines I've made a lot. There's not ever a game where I haven't made Zenmaines when I know I'm losing. Especially with Temtempo, I just go into Temtempo if they have Zenmaines, and then I'm just like, I'm becoming a beater, and I'm detaching your materials. So, how does it feel? Temtempo and Zenmaines are just pretty staple rank 3s. I think that's the best Djinn that they've released besides Maestroke. Okay, going on to level 5 Synchros. Got Catastor, Librarian. Librarian just snabs you pluses for drawing cards, and same reason behind Mr. Catastor over here. Catastor just blows up everything, and yeah, blows everything that's not dark anyway. 1/6 Iron Chain Dragon, just because you need to have that 6. You will probably see a chance to make 6 a lot, but then in turn, I just end up overlaying for 3 and 3, because 6s are not really prominent ever since Burrito got hit. Ancient Fairy Dragon, and Black Rose for 7s. Black Rose just makes the field. Ancient Fairy gives you some field presence, as well as giving you a nice defense and getting rid of field spells that are a problem. Stardust Dragon, this is for level 8s. Belt Ruler or Chained. Belt Ruler is pretty good now since a lot of things target. Gaining life points is always nice. And then, of course, Stardust is pretty staple. I think everybody has Stardust in their extra deck. Colossal Fighter for Dark Worlds, Dragons, anything of the sort. And Scrap Dragon for everything of the sort. This is the one from the tin, of course. So that was it, pretty much YouTube. I covered everything. If any text I would recommend, it is a fairy deck, so there are many variants that I've seen, such as TG Agents and all that other stuff. Feel free to build your own, but this is my particular build, and it's won me quite a couple of matches against Samurais, something against Fish, and of course it's even won me against those annoying frickin' Gigiras. I can't stand that. I'm mocking a Fortress coming out every 5 seconds. Anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, YouTube. This is Itachi13, signing out.